She's the Deputy CEO of Momentum Metropolitan Holdings and also CEO of Momentum Investments. Jeanette Marais is going to take us through partnerships during turmoil.
Morning and welcome everyone. Thank you for giving us your time today. It's really great to have you join us on our very first of its kind Global Matters. I want to give you the assurance that we understand that this is not an easy time for you or your clients, and to assure you that now more than ever, we are your partners and we are on this journey together. We want to join you and guide you through a unique event in history, not only in the history of South Africa, but also the history of the world. Like you, we are keenly aware of the need to keep our clients financially afloat and to give them the best advice to help them through this difficult time. Now more than ever, we value the role you play to keep our joint clients committed to their financial plans. We understand that you have many challenges and the questions from clients that you've never had to answer before. People, you, me, and our clients are worried about so many things at the moment. A mere 3 months ago, our greatest worry was Eskom, load shedding, and the future of SAA. Don't we miss those days? Today, we are at the same time worried about not being able to go to work, about the future of our jobs, about our health, being separated from our loved ones, our investments locked into crazy markets, and a currency in free fall. There's no simple answer right now and no history to fall back on to be able to judge or predict what will happen in the near future. At the moment, everything is different, business as usual too. My own life is very different from what it usually is. I commute between Cape Town and Centurion where our head office is, but now I'm alone at our home in Hart Bay in the Cape with our dogs, while my husband is on our farm on the West Coast. Now with the extension, it has become a really long time in isolation. I do have many things that I'm very thankful for though. I now have more time to check in with teams than I usually do. Momentum Investments have more than 300 people servicing you and our clients from home. I try to connect with them daily to keep them positive and motivated and to sort out issues as they occur. Many move from being in front of my 3 computer screens for up to 12 or 13 hours. Online meetings such as Zoom did not exist for many of us before, and now they completely rule our lives. We are embracing technology like this conference today. I'm sure that you are in the same boat as I am. It's not a matter of not enough information, but there's actually far too much information. How do you sift through the content that provides no new insights and not miss the useful content? Well, today we want to unpack this world a bit, and our experts will guide you through this difficult time so that you're able to have the right conversations with your clients. We have one message, and that message stays the same. We need to tell clients that they should stay invested. Momentum is also operating very differently. I like to say that we should never waste a good crisis, and this is a good crisis. We are learning from this and have adapted to a new business as usual way that was not thought of previously. We had to adapt to the lockdown and had to enable around 16,000 people in a very short time to work from home, which meant that we had to get them laptops and data to enable them to continue with business as usual. Although we were classified as an essential service that could keep on working from the office, it was important for us to also give our people the ability to work from home for their own safety. At the moment, we only have around 900 people from different business units working on our different campuses around the country, which means that there are more than 15,000 people working from home. Feedback from our staff is surprising, and that is that they are more productive at home as there are fewer meetings and also fewer interruptions like coffee breaks or smoke breaks. And we can actually see this in the productivity stats. So business will never look the same again, and we should ensure that we apply these learnings in how we return to the new normal. I'm going to share with you how Momentum Metropolitan Group has made a contribution to the rest of South Africa. Apart from offering relief in the form of discounts and premium holidays to our clients across all our product ranges, we as a group has been actively engaging and supporting government in their efforts to fight this virus right from the start. And I'd like to share some of these initiatives with you. Hillie Meyer, our Group CEO, heeded the president's call and pledged to forego a third of his salary for 3 months and donate it to the Solidarity Fund. Our group has also committed 5 million rand towards this fund. From a corporate social responsibility side, we made over 4 million rand available in emergency funding to the Red Cross and UNICEF, as well as our partners working in communities to distribute food, provide access to water, and to enable testing. And lastly, we have partnered with Gift of the Givers to establish a drive-through testing facility at our Cape Town regional head office in Bellville. As far as our employees go, over the last 2 years, as part of our Reset and Grow group turnaround strategy, we have made many big changes in the company. In terms of our culture and morale, we are in a very good space. Our people are positive about the future. We've also made the right calls to cut costs and be very focused, which in my opinion position us at an advantage to our competitors going into this crisis. I would say that our people are less worried about the future of the company, but more about making the right decisions so that we do not lose our momentum. Strong leadership in a company is what will make the difference as to whether the business will survive or not, as well as how the company survives the crisis. If you look at the markets, to say that they're unstable would be an understatement. Last week, it was the best week on the JSE in 40 years, but just before that, it was worse than the 2008 global financial crisis. There are many clients whose businesses will be impacted hugely or who will lose their jobs, especially with the extended lockdown. This will in turn impact our economy. This is what keeps us awake at night right now. What would the impact be on the financial services industry as a whole, on the retirement and pension fund industry, on people's ability to insure their lives and their assets and invest for the future? We are working with many experts to help us create some different possible scenarios and to see how they will play out. At the moment, the longer we are in isolation, the bigger the impact will be on the economy. I feel that as a big business, we need to play a far bigger and stronger role to also influence public opinion around this. There should not be a choice between saving lives and saving the economy. With that, I mean that if we are in isolation in the long term to save lives, but in the process, our economy is destroyed and people lose their income and livelihood, the effect will be as deadly as being infected with the virus. The situation in South Africa is even more unique because of the number of people who are dependent on one person's salary. It is not only the one person losing his job that is in trouble, but also all the people who rely on his income. We must influence our government to start considering options to allow all businesses, not only categorized as essential services, to be allowed to operate if they could do so safely and with proper social distancing measures in place. What is the difference between queuing for groceries at your supermarket and queuing for a takeaway pizza at your local restaurant? But to make any decisions around relaxing these rules, we need to be able to test tens of all South Africans, as government has promised, to be able to build up our own data about the spread of the virus in our country. To rely solely on the data from other countries might not paint the correct picture of our own unique circumstances to be able to make the right decisions for our economy and the health of South Africans. As an economy, we will not survive an indefinite lockdown period without substantial financial stimulus from government. But unfortunately, our own debt levels are just too high. To create the context around this, the stimulus for South Africans is around $40 per capita to stimulate business, compared to more than $6,000 per capita in countries like the UK and America. The reality is that we cannot only look to government to come up with assistance, as they cannot afford to do much more apart from lowering the interest rates. Each corporate in South Africa will have to stand together to assist and help. Post-lockdown, I think we will see a partial relaxation of the rules here and there, but in many instances, we are going to live in some form of lockdown or isolation for many months to come. This is our new normal, and for us, it is business as usual in unusual circumstances. All of us will think about the shape of our businesses in future and how we can be a lot smarter about this. We are also happy to see that many more of our clients and you, our advisors, have now started doing business online with us. We want to see and be on the forefront of this curve to ensure that we are ready with the latest developments to drive this change. Communication is now more important than ever, with our own people as well as our clients, and now more than ever. As part of our service to you, we are also launching our Global Matters online portal today, where you will find much more information on all the topics that your clients need advice on, from platform jurisdictions to tax, anything you might be looking for. We will share the link with you afterwards. Have a look at our interesting videos, graphs, articles, and content that would help you to have the right conversations with your clients right now. I hope that today will provide you with the thought-leading insights that will guide your conversations with your clients. This is not a race, it's a marathon. And we have to adjust for this situation for a very long time. But we're here for you and your clients' journey to success. Thank you and enjoy the morning with us.